Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you all from a rather cold and dank Italy, and you have joined us for Carols at Christmas with Coro 94. This is a sequence of 8 pieces which we recorded virtually during 6 months, April to October. It was a difficult time for everybody. It was a very difficult time to record, and you will note that the constitution of the choir differs in each recording because everyone was challenged in many different ways. But we did it. We produced a Christmas carol concert, and we want you to enjoy it with us because every year we sing carols. My love of carols and Christmas music is really DNA'd in me. It was conditioned in me as a choir boy at Magdalen in Oxford. We used to stay on after school had finished in December until Christmas Day. We called it Extra Week, and it was a week full of rehearsals, parties, and 1 or 2 concerts, which culminated in this fantastic event on Christmas Eve, which I'll just tell you about very briefly. It was a concert hosted, I think, by the President for all the fellows and their families. And in fact, I have here my first Christmas Eve 1953 programme. And the sequence of events was, at 9:15 will be sung the first part of Handel's oratorio, Messiah. At 10:15, an interval for refreshments. At 10:50, carols will be sung. And at midnight, Pergolese's Gloria in Excelsis. Now just imagine the hall full of people, a huge Christmas tree, a roaring log fire, atmosphere fantastic, smell of alcohol quite strong, and unforgettable, especially when we arrived at midnight and we heard the bells from the Magdalen Tower strike the hour at midnight. And then we burst into Gloria in Excelsis Deo. But, and this is the great thing, in the middle of that piece there is a pause. I don't know why there is, but there is. And that pause was used to ring a signal to the bellman in the tower to start the peal of bells for Christmas Day. And suddenly, in the hall, silence, and you heard these bells started ringing. That was just an amazing experience for me and sealed the whole Christmas Eve experience. Absolutely wonderful. I've told you all this not only because I love Christmas music, but because my great-grandfather, Sir John Stainer, actually inaugurated the Christmas Eve event at Magdalen. And subsequent to that, he published a very famous and very wide-selling collection of Christmas carols. It was called Christmas Carols New and Old, and in fact it was the first compendium of Christmas carols to go on sale on the mass market in the UK. Bit like a forerunner really of our beloved Carols for Choirs. I have a copy here, I don't know whether you can see it, it's a rather beautiful blue book, which actually I found in a second-hand bookshop. I didn't inherit the thing. And Stainer and the people who'd helped him put it together, they sold thousands of these copies in the 1860s and 1870s. So it was a Victorian version, as I said, of Carols for Choirs. Stainer then went on to compose, and his most famous piece, of course, is the Crucifixion. And in that piece, we find that lovely motet, God So Loved the World, in which the text talks about the coming of Jesus to save the world. And we're going to sing that for you tonight. I just want to thank the wonderful singers from Coro 94 for their hard work over the last 6 months. It has been fantastic and I've pushed them very hard. So thank you guys ever so much, and particularly thank you to the production team, that is Adam Greenwood Byrne and Anne-Marie Helder and John Byron and Claire Lawrence Smales. Thank you very, very much for everything you've done. You've worked so hard over the last few weeks. So, we're going to start our sequence. Just to warn you, as it were, the last 2 pieces are well-known audience carols, O Come All Ye Faithful and White Christmas. I'm not going to warn you, I'm going to urge you to sing and to join in with those 2 pieces. They're there for you to sing, so please, please join in. Just so that you know, there are 4 verses for O Come All Ye Faithful. They start, O come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. The 2nd verse is God of God, light of light. The 3rd verse is Sing choirs of angels, with that now traditional descant, so if you want to descant your way through it, brilliant. And the final verse, Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. We're not going to sing that, we're going to sing this, so please don't get in a tangle on that. White Christmas, we're going to sing it 3 times, but the first verse is going to be a solo, which is sung by Tarek Daniels, and you might just like to listen to that because it's very reflective and very beautifully sung. And then the 2nd verse, you can sing the tune again, and the 3rd verse, you can let rip. So that's about it, folks. We hope you enjoy listening, and I'm going to wish you a very happy Christmas with some red Italian wine. Cheers, folks. Happy Christmas.
Yeah, I know, right? I think we'd have to leave like hand sanitizer out with the mince pies this year. What do you reckon? Oh, hi everyone! My name's Anne-Marie from Coro 94 and this is my friend Rudolph. Thank you so much for joining us for this really special and we hope quite unique Christmas show. It's a huge honour for me to sing with these guys, has been for most of my life. They are ridiculously talented and also some of my best friends in the world. And after the catastrophic time we've had in 2020, I'm even more proud of them as individuals and as a group. And they've been a real lifeline for me too, I have to say. So even though we can't get together right now in person, and that's all we desperately want to do is be together in one room, singing, hugging, making music, laughing, ideally going to the pub afterwards, and performing for you guys. We can't do that right now, and we really hope that one day soon we can, but until that time we've been keeping busy making these videos for you, and we really hope that you enjoy listening to them and watching them, and that you can feel some of our Coro love coming through in them, because this is the only way we can connect right now with each other and with you, and it means so much to us to do that. So after a horrific year, we really hope we can bring some cheer into your life this Christmas, so please enjoy the show. And now it's getting pretty nippy out here actually, I have to say, so what do you reckon? Door runner? Back indoors! Woo!
Hi, I'm Holly and I sing with Coro 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Christmas concert this year. This year has provided many challenges for us as a choir, as we now have to rehearse and perform online. I've been working on the front line in the NHS during the COVID-19 pandemic. Being able to sing with the choir has provided some much needed normality and relief. God So Loved the World is written by John Stainer, who is Michael Kibblewhite's great-grandfather. And to make this song even more poignant, it was our first virtually recorded song and was dedicated to NHS and key workers. A very Merry Christmas to you all.
Hey everyone, this is Mike here from the bass section. here to introduce you to our next piece and my personal favourite, There Is No Rose by Agneta Scold. It's a wonderfully atmospheric piece with some beautiful harmonies that was actually surprisingly difficult to record. But luckily for me anyway, during lockdown, just to distract myself and keep myself from being bored, I've been picking up a few skills here and there, one of which just so happened to be music recording and music production, which, as you can imagine, came in pretty handy when recording some of these pieces, particularly this one, as it was quite difficult. But I hope you enjoy this piece and the rest of the concert. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is There Is No Rose by Agneta Scold.
There is no rose of such a hue as is the rose that is new. Alleluia. For in this rose contained was heaven and earth in little space.
Hiya, Em here from Coro 94. Thank you for joining us for this year's Christmas virtual concert. Now I'm sure I speak for all teachers and all those that work in education when I say that this year has been incredibly challenging. But there have also been so many positives to focus on. There's been a shift in curriculum that focuses on children's well-being, and the fight for children to access free school meals has become much more prominent. But unfortunately there are so many downsides still. So many schools following government guidelines have not been able to put on Christmas carol concert services this year, and lots of nativity plays have been cancelled. So I'm really grateful that I can get together once a week online for rehearsals with my Coro 94 family and be able to put on an amazing Christmas concert for you to enjoy. Because what is Christmas without a few carols?
Now we have the Calypso Carol, one of our favourite Christmas songs to sing, and the final track on our album, Alice. Recording any track virtually can be a challenge, and this piece definitely pushed us to our musical and rhythmical limits, but the energy of the piece always leaves us with a big smile on our face.
Singing, lying on a bed of straw, a tragedy stable with an open door. Mary smiling and the babe she bore, and the King of glory is his name. Oh, come along to come into Bethlehem, to see the Savior who is born for day. He is stable, lying on a straw, the King evermore. See what a straw.
Claires in the choir. It feels like we've got about 45 of us. I am here to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can have as merry a Christmas as is possible in whatever way that you're celebrating. But thank you for choosing to celebrate with us. It has been a really strange way of keeping music going this year, but I'm so grateful that it's happened in 2020 when we've got social media and the ability to record music in some way, albeit very strange. And normally, you know, we'll leave the house and go and make lots of music together and make lots of noise and not worry about the fact that a few of us have got children at home, and recording these pieces by yourself in a room upstairs in your house whilst trying to keep your children quiet downstairs has been quite the challenge. So it's definitely been a memorable way of singing with the choir this year. So it's quite apt that I am now introducing a lullaby, which is called Sweet Was the Song, and it was written by Grayston Ives, and it's about a beautiful lullaby that Mary sang to Jesus. So this is in dedication to anybody who has a child or children in their lives who they have tried to keep entertained this year whilst perhaps trying to do something musical at the same time. Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for watching.
Hi, I'm Claire. I've been singing coro and cantate since I was 9, so coro really is like family to me. This year's been a strange one, and to have coro running throughout that has been such a comfort. And love to you all. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas.
My name is Christopher Bishop, and I wrote the music for the carol you're about to hear. My first job in life was to be Director of Music at Magdalen College School in Oxford, where Michael Kibblewhite was a pupil, and I was fortunate enough to have him as a piano pupil. We've kept in touch over the years, and about 20 years ago I formed a choir at the Women's Institute here where I live in Peasenhall in Suffolk. And I wrote this little carol for them called The Christ Child. And one day I had the cheek to show him a copy, to show Michael a copy and see what he thought about it. And he said he liked it. And he's performed it quite a number of times with his choir. And he even put it on in St. Paul's Cathedral last year in a service that she does there every year. And when he decided he would do it for me, I was delighted, and he made a recording which is the basis of what you're going to hear. The words are by G.K. Chesterton, a very famous poet and critic who wrote the famous Father Brown stories, which are now seen quite often on television. Anyway, tells the story of Jesus as a little baby, growing up gradually as seen through the eyes of the Virgin Mary.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jane, and normally at this time of year we'd be preparing to sing in the St. Paul's Cathedral Family Carol Concert. This is something we've done for so many years that for a lot of us we don't even know how to do Christmas without it, to be honest. Obviously we're also missing singing with each other very, very much. So in that spirit, we'd really like to encourage you to join in with our next piece. We normally sing O Come All Ye Faithful every year at St. Paul's, and it's one of the congregational pieces. So please join in with us. Sing loudly, sing proudly, and enjoy a part of Christmas momentarily singing together until we can do so again in person.
I'm Eva. On behalf of Coro 94, I'd like to say thank you to you for attending our virtual concert and for the support through this difficult year. I know that singing together, although apart, has really helped me get through the last 12 months. Really looking forward to being with my friends in choir and singing again together. Hope you enjoy the concert. Happy Christmas.
Hi everyone, it's Zanny here. Now there's no doubt that this year has been a really tough year, especially for musicians. But at Coro 94 there's nothing that we love more than indulging in a good old Christmas song. So with that in mind, we'd love for you to join us, raise a glass and give your best crooner impression and join in for White Christmas with our soloist Tarek Daniels. And from all of us here at Coro 94, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Cheers.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten as children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Happy Christmas, everybody! Happy Christmas!